how much commission should you be paying to your setters? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how much commission to pay to setters and what's the best way to keep them motivated so they can fill up your calendars with all the appointments so you can close and make a lot of money. If you don't know who I am, my name's Usman Kayani and I grew up poor as shit. And now as I'm building my 8-figure business, I document my entire journey, showing you everything that I'm doing and learning along the way so you can save yourself all the time and also use my sales team tactics to build your business. So when it comes to paying setters, you need to just make sure a few things are set up first. First thing, you need to have a tracker. Most people, they don't have a system behind actually paying commissions. So before we actually get to actually how much to pay, it's important that you actually have trackers and data recorded. So you can have a tracker, and the tracker is actually filled out by the setter every single day. By the end of their shift, they will update the tracker and it will tell you how many appointments were generated and any comments that they would need, and obviously passing those comments on to the sales rep who's going to be closing that call. Now, once you've got the trackers in place, you now just need to work out how much to pay the setters. Now, the standard rate to pay a setter is 3%, but this is a mistake most people make. You should be able to create an opportunity for a setter where they can make $3,000 to $5,000 a month. If you can't create that opportunity from your product, it's very hard to find good setters. Think of it this way. In a lot of industries, especially like the fitness industry, they might be selling coaching for $200, $300 or pounds every single month. Or if they're selling you something for $1,000 and they're going to get $30 as commission, 3%, it's not very exciting. It's not a great opportunity for them. But if they're selling something for $10,000 and now they're going to get $300, that's a great opportunity. That's well worth their time investing it to be able to track down leads and book them in for a call. What you tend to find is if every appointment is worth between $200 to $500 for every single setter. Now, what you're going to find is if you can create an opportunity for a setter where they can make between £2,000 to £5,000 a month, you're going to attract far better setters, especially if you can create an opportunity that can make $5,000 plus for a setter. Imagine the quality of setters that your business does attract. Now, what makes a good setter is obviously business acumen. Most people look over the fact that setters need to have enough business acumen to be able to close your offer. So let's say you're selling a course on DJing and how to become a better DJ. Your setter needs to be able to understand that industry in some capacity. If they don't, when they're speaking to potential DJs or current DJs, how will they be able to actually speak to them on their level and identify their problems? So the business acumen for that industry really needs to be quite high. This is why training needs to be so good, because you need to be able to create an opportunity where they can earn a lot of money. And that goes into not just your commission structure, because this is what you're here for in this video. You're like, how much should I pay my setters? What should I be paying them? But the system around it needs to be able to create a good enough opportunity for them to make a lot of money. If they can't make a lot of money, it's very hard for them to be motivated to actually get you a lot of sales. So this is why in the beginning, as a business owner, you got to make sure that you're paying them enough. Now, if you go into the realm of 5% and 10% for setters, how this actually hurts your business is if you're paying your closer between 7.5 and 10%, you're going to find that your margins get eaten away. I've seen it too many times where the sales teams, setters and closers and sales managers and sales coordinators are paid so much money that including the ad cost, a third of the revenue is all gone into acquisition. And if that's happening for your business, it's very, very hard to scale it, because if you're paying $4,000, $5,000 in acquisition for, let's say, a 15K offer, and a third of your cost is gone, it's very hard to now scale that business because you're spending so much. This is why it's so important on like finding the right people and also giving them the right training and setting the right comp structures in advance. We speak to so many business owners when they come on board and their sales team, they're overpaying them. And then when they're overpaying them, it's very hard to go backwards. We do have a method where we actually transition it and we reposition the commission package for the reps and setters, but it's just really important that you're actually done from the start. So 3% is a standard rate, but if you do have a lower ticket package, you're going to find it very hard. There is times where someone would pay a monthly salary to a setter, but by doing that, you don't attract the right talent. I was a salesperson for well over 10 years, and in that time of working for sales, I would go for every opportunity that would earn me commission. I would not care what my salary was. I would always say, so how much commission do I get? And I knew I was the type of person who just backed myself, who was like, I know I can make a lot of money in this role. I know I can do it. And one of the most bizarre sales jobs that I did, and I was actually a bit of a setter for that role, it was for an outdoor fitness company where you would play school games as an adult outside to stay fit. I know, bizarre. It wasn't working. The business was failing. But I was asked to be a sales rep at a time where I needed the job. So this is going back 10 plus years. I was brought in to work remotely to be able to set the opportunities for someone to close. And eventually I did work as a closer there as well. I wish I knew what I know now then, because I could have told them a lot more. But they were running a Facebook ad and trying to find instructors. Instructors would run the classes, so they would pay a franchise. I would call the instructors. I would know nothing about the product. I got no training given to me. So every time they would call, I would just use my natural ability of sales, being chatty, rapport building, going off what they've applied. Eventually, I did get better. But when no training was given to me, it was very, very hard to actually be able to set these appointments because I had to know enough about the product. Because every single time one of the coaches would say to me, well, what does it include? What's on offer? How much do I earn? How much money do I make? When's this? When's that? I wouldn't know any of the answers. And because I didn't know any of the answers, it was very hard to actually make sales for them. But that's why the business didn't do well, because they didn't give any training and they had no good opportunity. Because I was getting like $15 per close. And if you're getting $15 per close, you're not going to be the most motivated. So I've been a part of businesses that have terrible comp structures and businesses where you make incredible comp structures. And one of the businesses I was having an incredible comp structure, I was working for gym memberships and I was selling gym memberships and I was getting £18 for every sale. I would make 100, 120 sales in a month. I would triple my salary at times based upon commissions and incentives. And I would come in on days off, come early, come late, simply because the comp structure was set correctly. So if you're a business owner, you need to just make sure that your comp structure is set at the right level. And the number one rule is, if you can create an opportunity where somebody else can make a lot of money, you will be incredibly successful. And if you do have setters, or you might even be a setter, there's a link below in the description where we've actually made an entire DM course on how to actually set and book appointments and the actual framework for it. So click the link below, so we'll actually be able to send it to you for free. So if you want to watch more of my videos, click on the left side to be able to watch the next video, or click on the right to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.